As we've discussed in other capsules, we know the importance of the lat contraction recruitment for stabilizing the shoulder girdle. Now, when you're deadlifting, you want to try to keep the bar as close to you as possible. If the bar gets away from you, then your lower back takes a lot of that stress, and it could be quite potentially dangerous for your lower back. You want to keep the bar really close to you, and you want to stabilize the shoulders. So, in order to do that, you have to contract the lats, and it has to be intentional. You can't just hope that the lats will engage. You have to create torque with your lats. So it's not only to create external rotation in the shoulder, it's actually bringing the shoulder down. Like if somebody's trying to tickle your armpit and you're not letting them, or you're trying to hold a newspaper, or this here. You're trying to hold it by squeezing your lats, squeezing your arms into your armpit. That's how you contract the lats. So if you're in a deadlift position and you don't contract the lats, what happens is the bar can get away from you because your shoulders will rise, will elevate, will go forward, and therefore lower back will take a lot of the tension, bar gets away from you, it becomes very, very difficult, almost impossible to lock it out past the knees. Another really good reason to get your lats completely engaged, because here's the thing, it's actually misunderstood what you should do with your shoulder blades. A lot of people I see getting set up for their deadlift will retract their shoulder blades. That's pretty much impossible to keep that contraction throughout the whole lift if you're lifting really heavy weights. The first thing that's going to go, if you're retracting the shoulder blades before lifting, if it's heavy enough, the first thing that'll go is that retraction. Now, if that retraction goes, your back rounds out and it becomes almost impossible to lock out the lift. That being said, if you start in the position where your lats are completely engaged and your shoulders are as low as possible, your shoulders can't go anywhere. They're locked in place, and all you have to do is focus on the rest of the movement and pushing into the floor and pushing your hips forward to lock it out. Another great thing, if you're looking at judging, when a judge looks at your deadlift and he sees you starting with your shoulder blades retracted like this, but sees you at the end of the movement like this, one of the rules for the lockout to be good is, so the knees have to be locked, your hips have to be locked, and your shoulders have to be locked. So if the judge looks at your deadlift and he sees you starting like this, but ending like this, you might get red light. And that's a no-no. So if you start with your lats engaged and your shoulders down, your shoulders will be in the same position at the top than they were at the bottom. So that's how to and why to use the lats on your deadlift.